Give yourself the time and space to feel the feelings instead of thinking your feelings. Did you know that the ways in which we talk to ourselves really does shape how we actually think about ourselves? We start believing what we hear repeatedly, whether that's directly from other people or what we've internalized. And that can become intense when we have continuous negative self-talk or critical, judgmental thoughts that serve to diminish our worth. For example, if we're feeling down on ourselves, we might instinctively start comparing ourselves to someone else we think is doing well. Or we might look in the mirror and start criticizing our bodies and the way it deviates from societal beauty standards. That inner voice may have started with someone else, like a caregiver or significant other, saying something negative that we then repeat to ourselves. So it becomes our own voice, but it usually stems from an external source. We're not born being mean to ourselves, we're taught that. But once you start noticing that negative self-talk when it comes up, there are things you can do to try to rein it in and change how your mind responds. Practice slowing down when you're agitated or uncomfortable. Notice the sensations in your body. Is there any tightness, pulsating, heaviness, or quick breathing? Are there any emotions attached like sadness, anger, grief? Once we notice a thought, ask yourself, what is the function of this thought right now? Is it helping me? Give yourself the time and space to feel the feelings instead of thinking your feelings. Notice and breathe through the sensations and discomfort until they subside. And beyond that, keep reflecting on the situations that they tend to show up in, what your impulses are, and if they're habitual. Next, I recommend using cognitive diffusion techniques, or techniques that help create more space between ourselves and our thoughts. One that I really enjoy is singing your thoughts, like literally belted out in ballad form. I'm worthless! Because when you sing it, it's hard to take yourself seriously. The goal here is not to necessarily get rid of the thought, but to really notice that your thoughts are just words and not your reality. Sometimes people have thoughts as images, so another cognitive diffusion technique is to visually process them. For example, pretending you have a remote to fast forward through your negative self-talk, or a button that distorts your thoughts into, say, Comic Sans font in big pink bubble letters, or stretching it out until it bursts. It's kind of funny and honestly humbling to literally see your thoughts reflected back at you in this outlandish and ridiculous way. Our brain works hard for us. Everything it does, including having anxiety, is due to its survival instinct to protect us from perceived harm. So be kind to your brain. In moments of having negative thoughts, take a beat and say out loud, "Thank you, brain, for keeping me safe. I'm okay." At the end of the day, remember that you are not your thoughts. Just like how when you look at a chair, you don't become the chair. That's the same principle when you're observing your thoughts. Practice slowing down, and from there, speaking a little gentler and kinder to yourself. I'm Dr. Han Ren, and thank you so much for watching.